Hello, chat. Oop,
Hello.
there we go. Hope everyone's doing well today.
We have an announcement as well.
Yes.
Yes. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Gamma.
Happy birthday to you. Sorry, that was probably out of sync.
I appreciate it nonetheless. Thank you.
The problems of having chat from multiple countries.
Yeah.
Slight delay. But it's Drawful's birthday, so everyone needs to wish him a happy birthday.
Everyone must buy subs now.
Yes, everyone sub right now.
Oh. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm excited to hop in. I need to find the recap. There it is.
I look forward to listening to the VOD, because I don't know what that sounded like to chat.
Yeah, speaking of VODs, when I was going back to write the recap for today's session, I saw how interesting it was for when we came back from that break, and there was the 2 or so minutes where I forgot to unmute myself, but I had muted you all.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what's happening? And then I was like, oh, yeah, I remember.
Oh, yes.
I'm sure there's a way to bind a button that just unmutes both. So I manually do
nice.
it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. If everyone's ready, then we can go ahead and hop on in.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Alrighty. Give me one moment. Here we are, this recap. I need to clear out my owlbear images. I have so much here. There we go. Alright, so same as usual, you all see Bone Snap by the fire with his tome. Well, very interesting, this shadowy creature. I know what its goal is. Let's delve in, shall we? Last time, the party got settled in at the Hungry Hornet Tavern, having dinner and getting to know the bartender. While eating, the group was approached by an Arakakra woman named Celine, who gave the party an assortment of rings, necklaces, and trinkets, including a golden tongue necklace, in exchange for delivering a letter to Reginald, the Dragonborn they met in Telakis. The group took a peek at the letter, making sure it wouldn't be harmful to Reginald, finding that the letter said something about someone named Holger being dead, and that he should come see her soon. Before bed, the party talked among themselves, getting to know each other better. Gunther and Robin having a bit of discussion, Palm and Gandalf doing a bit of art, and Gunther and Yorick doing a bit of training. The next morning, Barney got his upgraded weapon. Robin found that they were emitting some kind of lavender ooze, and once things were settled, the group got on the road back to Telakis. The group got in touch with Flynn, and he said that the captive that attacked the group had escaped somehow. The party chose to stop by and see him. They went over what might have happened. Flynn got clawed, and he stated that he was watching the prisoner closely, and she just disappeared. The party went down to the cell to investigate, and found that there were no footprints leading out, so it's likely that someone teleported her away, as she wouldn't have been able to since she was asleep. Flynn, Claude, and Cheshire decided it'd be best to briefly relocate for safety. They agreed to be in contact with the party. Flynn also told the group that they were supposedly called prismatic souls, people of deep connection to the past heroes, known as the Fated Few, and that they might be able to get some more information about it from Octavian. The group continued on their way back to Telakis, delivering the letter to Reginald, and making their way to Telakis Keep, where they met up with Arturo, Winston, and a new face, an orc fellow by the name of Octavian. Arturo explained that the creature appeared yesterday evening, but when Octavian showed up to help, it was gone again. The group applied the petrification remedy from the apothecary to aid with the curse breaking, and Octavian agreed that seeing Meve would be a great idea, and she'd likely be able to break the curse. While discussing, Octavian got contact from Cragvale Keep that the creature had been there. The party agreed to accompany him. Octavian called upon his friend Heslan, the god of protection, a large and vocal fairy dragon, who quickly carried the group to Cragvale. The group arrived and met Targray, the mayor of Cragvale, a Knoll man who seemed to recognize Barney, He told Barney that he believes that he may be his uncle, and that he might be able to tell him a bit about his father and the situation the keep was taken care of. He explained that the shadowy creature turned his guards to stone, but he and some other members of his courtroom were left fine. The creature disappeared. He mentioned that the last time something like it happened was when his mother sent assassins after him, but nothing since. The group concluded that it might be a good idea to stake out the creature, as it might return, so they could be ready if it did. Chagre told the group they could stay in his guest room in the meantime, and he called his assistant, a halfling man by the name of Odai, who led the group up to their guest room and the bathroom. And that's where we pick up. I can't wait to see what they get up to this time. And that is indeed where we pick up. Also, wow, thank you so much for all the subs. I really appreciate it.
I've trained.
Woohoo!
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Optics.
Oh, you're welcome.
Hope everyone enjoys the emotes. Alright, let's see here. Here we are. So, we pick up with you all having just arrived at Cragvale Keep. You all just met Hargray, the Knoll gentleman who's the mayor of the city. And you all were just being shown up to your guest room by a halfling gentleman by the name of Odai. So, Oh,
sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I didn't have anything at first. I thought you were wanting us to say something. Sorry.
So, as you all are heading up, Odai kind of glances back at you. He seems very curious as he looks you all over. What brings you all? I wasn't necessarily savvy to when you all got here.
Well, so we've heard word that the keep here has encountered a bit of a problem, yeah? When we're here to take care of it.
Well, that's very kind of you. I saw that you all arrived with Octavian. He's
Oh, yes.
he's been quite the help to us.
It certainly has been an interesting few days.
Oh, how so?
Indeed.
Other than, well, the situation. Anything else happen to you all?
We hitched a ride on what I think is a god. A fairy dragon. That was really amazing.
Ah, you'll have met Heslan. Yes, Octavian has been very close friends with him for years. In fact, before Heslan became a god, even.
Is that the secret to becoming friends with a god? You gotta get in before they reach godhood?
Possibly. It seems like a reasonable thing to me.
I'm making notes.
Sure, it helps.
He brings you all up the stairs in the throne room and down a pretty long hall to a room in the middle where in this room there are several beds. There's 6 beds and it looks very nice. Everything here looks very lavish. The beds look very comfortable. This is the guest room and if you need anything just call and I'll come as quickly as I can. Oh, and also, just next door down the hall, to the right, you'll find the bathroom. It's no worry if multiple of you have to go at once, because each instance is a different bathroom. It's a neat form
I
of
love
magic.
that. I love that so much. I have to find out what spell that is.
We had an artificer named Munson who helped us with that. Very knowledgeable.
It's a special variant of Mordenkainen's private sanctum.
Mm.
But yes, I believe dinner will be ready in not too long, perhaps 2 hours. So I'll come and get you all once it's ready. Make
Thank you.
yourselves at home.
All right. Thanks for the kind hospitality. Ordai, you said.
Yes.
What's your name?
It's a pleasure to meet you all as well.
Yeah, likewise.
And he
Yes. Thank you.
gives a curt bow and he heads on downstairs. Yeah. what
Would
do
it
you all
be-
do? Oh, go ahead.
Would it? No, I was just wondering if. I think Palm's very curious about the bathroom, and she'd want to drag a few people with her just to see this in action. This is very exciting for her.
Okay. So, are
Who
you
wants
all?
to go and check the bathroom with me?
Handles is pretty draggable.
Excellent, excellent. Dragging has commenced.
I'm kind of curious myself. I'll go.
Let's make a party of it.
Well, if
Sorry,
you
what are we doing exactly?
if we're putting it that way, it does sound rather, I don't know, awkward.
It's exciting. Let's go in. Let's see if this thing really works. It probably does, and I can't wait to see.
Like when you go to a place that's like has one of those bathrooms so fancy it has an attendant. It's just like, you got to check this out.
Yeah. Okay, I think Palm will run in first, and then, or maybe in the doorway, turn back and say, "Okay, please, everyone, come along and let's see if this works." Because I don't know if they'll be able to hear her if she's actually inside. It might just disappear her.
So, are you entering the bathroom all at once, like while the door is open?
I'm assuming you have to close the door in between.
So you go in and close the door.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So stepping inside, very nice bathroom. It has a very fancy porcelain toilet, which is more rare. Certainly more rare than it is nowadays. And it's up on a set of stairs. You get up to kind of climb up to it. There's just
So like a real throne.
Yeah, it truly does feel like a throne. This is a very nice bathroom. But yeah, you go
Palm is
in.
delighted. Yeah, this is amazing.
And is Candle gonna open the door and try and go in as well?
She's going to open the door just to see if it actually is going to be find that Palm disappeared.
Yeah, so opening the door, peering inside, there's no sign of Palm. There's an empty bathroom. It looks identical to the one that Palm is in, but it is very nice. But Palm isn't there.
Interesting. And she's just going to close the door. She doesn't even have to go. She's just curious.
And Yorick kind of curiously, he opens the door, steps inside, and shuts the door. And then he comes back out a moment later. I didn't see Palm.
Palm is basically bouncing off the walls with excitement and checking out every single feature in this bathroom.
Very nice running water. The bath
Wow.
itself seems to be magical, as in it's self-cleaning, and it has a few different, what look like runes on the wall for different like bath settings.
This is amazing. Palmer had to share a bathroom at home with several other people, so this is like the epitome of luxury for her.
I love that. Yeah. You come out after.
I'm being told to take the soaps from the the counter, the hotel soaps.
You're taking the
Excellent.
towels and the soaps.
Is there soap?
Yeah, there is.
Excellent. Palm will have a nice sniff of the soap.
It is very nice, kind of fragrant. It smells. I guess the best. How do I equate this? It has a very specific scent to it. If you've ever had, I think it's called. It's the Dial brand of soap. It's like the gold kind. If you ever had that, it smells like that.
We don't have that in South Africa, but I will take your word for it that it smells quite unique and
It
wonderful.
smells kind of floral, and it has a very particular scent to it.
I think Palm will sniff the soap and be very, very delighted, and then she'll walk to the door and look back at the soap and says, I'll be back for you later.
All right, and you step out.
Yes, I actually have a question. If more than one person tries to get out, does the door sort of just give preference to whoever gets there first and then remain sort of locked for whoever tries to exit until the other person is through the door?
Candles was just about to suggest someone doing that.
So, do you try?
I mean,
Yes,
we
she's
wouldn't
gonna
know.
try.
We wouldn't know that we're opening it at the same time, but maybe we can open and close the door a couple of times, hoping.
So you step out, and York looks at you. That was interesting.
So, how was it?
Magnificent.
I kind of want to try something. If you go back in, I'll go back in too, and let's just count to 3 and try to leave at the same time.
Okay, let's try it. I will go back inside.
York will as well, and we'll count to 3 and exit.
Palm opens the door or tries to.
So, you both exit at the same time, and it's a very odd experience coming out at the same time. You kind of brush up against each other, and very gently you're pushed to either side of each other.
Whoa! What is this? Dark magic.
Oh, that was interesting. Really
I kind of feel
convenient.
like I understand you a bit better now.
Yeah. This place is very nice.
It's fabulous. Have you smelt the soap? The soap is incredible.
No, but I guess I'm excited for a bath later.
Yes, excellent. I'm very excited about this bathroom. Now, perhaps we should get on with the business we are actually here for.
Right. I think we may have wandered quite a fair bit around bathrooms.
So, I think we've got a bit of time. What do you want to do?
Well, it's actually it's something that's been kind of on my mind lately. Is we've kind of known each other for like what, 2 days, 48 hours at this point, and every time someone else like prepared food for everyone, and kind of feeling guilty that I've not provided such opportunity.
Oh,
I'm sure you'll make it up to us. Sorry, Yorick. Go ahead.
were you wanting to cook?
Well, it's just kind of, yeah. I guess it would be nice. Like you could get the opportunity at some point.
Is there a kitchen here?
Maybe we could ask Mr. O'Doy.
Might not be a bad plan. Although he did say that dinner will be ready in about 2 hours or so. Well, that being said, do not mind like whipping up a bit of a snack for everyone, if that's all right.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
I always have room for snacks.
And so do I.
And you all hear footsteps coming down the hall, and then they stop, and you all see a young orc woman. Hi.
Hello.
Oh, are they?
Are you all guests?
I think
Yes.
so.
Yeah.
Oh, well, nice to meet you. I'm Tilly. I'm, the mayor's daughter.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, well met, Tilly. I'm Barnacles. You can just call me Barney.
You look familiar.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard the mayor say that about me, and apparently, yeah, there might be um, a possible relation.
Oh. Well, what brings you all by? We haven't had anyone, staying in the guest room in a while. Last time was when Papa employed some mercenaries to, help out with my illness.
Your illness?
It's a bit of a long story, but I'm a sorceress, you see. I, was born a Scrivener. And she pulls out a brush. I understand it a lot better than I did, but I'm able to paint worlds and make them reality.
Whoa. What, really?
That doesn't sound like an illness.
Well, it's not, but I was having these dreams, and I had an illness that ran in my family. My mother had it too, where I'd get very intense visions and pain, and it was a lot to deal with, but the mercenaries my father hired were able to go into my paintings and find cures for me.
Is there typically a lot of danger in there?
Well, from what I know, I think so. There was a
Sounds
group
compatible.
before the last group of mercenaries, and they, almost didn't come back. My father had to go in after them. I've never been in myself, because I was told that bad things could happen if I went into my own paintings.
That does sound very risky.
But what kind of cures did they bring? Any cure for any illness?
Well, it was quite a few different things. One of them was an eye, another had them getting a fang, and they were all made into a remedy by my father's court sorceress, Zara.
Sounds absolutely fascinating.
It was very interesting. They were very nice to me. The mercenaries. They protected me and got me out of a few situations.
Well, very glad they managed to do that.
Yeah. But yeah, what brings you all here?
Well, we've heard there's a spot of trouble here at the Keep, and we've encountered something similar in Talakis, and the two events might be related, and we're here to sort things out.
Oh,
It is one heck of a coincidence if they're not related. I have to be honest.
yeah,
Ye-
I was told to be careful around the throne room after the guards were petrified. I didn't see the creature, but Kasim told me a bit about it.
who told you about it?
Oh, you may not have met him. He's my father's advisor. You should be nearby. I know he mentioned that dinner would be ready soon. I know him and Odai were helping out with that.
Oh, right. And I guess we were also kind of on our way so that I could, treat my friends here with some snacks.
Oh, yeah. The kitchen's downstairs. If you go down the right hallway, it's the middlemost door. You can get there through the dining room.
All right. Anything I could prepare for you as well?
Oh, if I guess I wouldn't mind having a snack, whatever you're preparing for everyone else.
Yeah, I'll see what ingredients are there, and then we'll see what comes from it.
Thank you. Yeah, I can show you guys to the kitchen.
Well, that'll be lovely. Thank you.
Yeah, she'll begin to lead you all down the hall and back downstairs to the throne room. And as you're walking, Targray notices you all making your way towards the kitchen, and he makes his way over.
Oh, I see you all have met my daughter.
Yes, and she recognized me. Said I looked familiar.
Yeah, that reminds me. We'll talk over dinner about what I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, I'm curious to say the least.
Well, where you all headed?
Well, I thought I took it upon myself to treat my friends here with some snacks that whatever ingredients is available in the kitchen.
Is it okay if we use your kitchen? I know some people are a bit possessive of their space.
Oh, that's fine. Are you sure? Dinner won't be too long. And I'm sure if you were hungry, I could get the gargoyles to whip something up.
Well, I think it's kind of more of a gesture. It's it's not something I think would ruin dinner for anyone, but I just felt a need to provide something for my friends.
Oh, well, yeah, help yourself. There's plenty of ingredients in there. I know back when I had a group of mercenaries working for me, Miss Agatha, she liked to cook as well.
Um, can't I get anything for you?
What are you making, I suppose?
I guess I'll see what's available, and then I'll take things from there. Just to put some of the skills that I've learnt in my short tenure at the Cragvale Culinary School.
Ah, you attended the culinary school.
Well, yes, and got expelled. Long story.
Yeah, surprised me, I guess. I'll join you all soon.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Do you happen to remember the names of the mercenaries that came?
Ah, yes. Quite a few of them. So there was Agatha. She was a trained warlock and rider. There was Borna. He was more of a rowdy type, good with his fists. There was Freya. She was, I think she had some kind of celestial blood. There was, let's see,
He kind of strokes his beard for a moment.
there was Corin. He was very good at making sure Dilly was safe. We almost lost him once. It still scares me to think about. And, yeah. Those were my mercenaries.
Alright, thanks.
Do you, need to get in touch with them?
Oh no, I just wanted to see if I knew someone.
Yeah, I'll join you all in the dining room in a bit.
Yeah.
Alright.
Right this way. And Tilly continues to lead you all into the kitchen. She takes you all out of the right door of the throne room and across the hall, and it leads into a very nice dining room. A nice long table, and past it, you can see the doors open to the kitchen. Here we are.
Excellent. I'll go take a look then, if that's alright.
Yeah.
Barney puts on his apron and he enters the kitchen.
So, stepping into the kitchen, the first thing you're met with are two little gargoyles. They both they look up at you as you enter. They just kind of wave at you. Aside from that, though, you can see there's a nice oven, there's a stove, there's everything you would need for cooking. There's a nice water basin, and there's this big thermal crate that you can see is emitting a bit of cold mist from it. And all kinds of ingredients, all very neatly organized. Everything you could possibly want or need for cooking.
Excellent. He's not seen a kitchen like this before, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, he's gonna go prepare something. I'm actually looking up recipes for things.
Yeah. While Barney's preparing the food, what's everyone else up to?
Is Tilly still hanging around?
Yeah, she takes a seat at the dining room table.
Okay. Candles is going to pester her for more information about the whole gathering ingredients from her paintings thing.
Oh, so there was a lot of interesting things. I still have some of the paintings. From what I remember, they went to some kind of village in the swamp, and they fought some giants. They went to a cave and a cathedral, and That's actually where our guards came from. They brought them back. They were trapped there by some kind of, I think, some kind of god of magic. I don't really know all the details on that one. Oh, and there was a time they went to the city, and it was really different from anything I'd seen. They had these bright flashing lights and these carriages that moved on their own, and it was interesting.
See, so were these actually places that already existed, or little worlds within the paintings?
I was told that the places I painted from my dream were actual places. And while I have the power to make my own places, it's like making a gateway to a different plane, I guess.
See.
Yeah, it's all very interesting. I was trained to be a scrivener by I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He teaches in Erengate, Tars Daenor. He taught me all I know.
See, I don't believe I'm familiar with them.
Oh, very nice. They were a big help to me. Met them back when I was even younger. I'm sure you guys have had all kinds of neat stuff happen. You all look like adventurers of some kind, if I'm not mistaken.
I guess that is what we are now.
Um, yeah, I, kind of called everyone together. It's a long story, but, there's a tapestry and a city and a large dragon, and, I'm still learning a bit myself. But yeah, it's been a lot of help to me so far, and I hope to be the same to them. What is Barney cooking?
So Barney's found like a variety of pickles and some ingredients to make like a dredge and stuff with, and he's found some cheeses. So he's gonna make like fried finger food.
Yeah, with all of the very nice and lavish ingredients at your disposal, and also all the various appliances that are here, yeah, you're able to make something very nice. I'll say make me either a sleight of hand or a performance check, and I'll give you advantage.
I think I'll do sleight of hand because like narratively, like it's knife skills. That's a 15.
All right. So yeah, you spend a bit of time in here, and after not too long, you manage to put together a nice array of various finger foods. And you notice while you're cooking, the two gargoyles in here are kind of like watching over your shoulder very curiously.
Barney would just look back at them and smile at them and wave.
And kind of wave back, and they'll help you carry it all into the dining room once it's finished.
Yeah, he like once it's done, it's like three like sort of smallish platters with like some battered fried pickles and like mozzarella sticks and like all kinds of like fried finger foods.
I really want mozzarella sticks now.
That sounds amazing, actually.
Yeah, you bring it all in and set it down. Chili is just kind of looking it over. This looks and smells amazing.
Yeah. It's always brings me great joy to prepare food for my friends. Yeah.
You mentioned you went to the culinary school here, right? What happened?
Well, for about 6 months. Yeah, I got expelled.
Oh, did something happen?
Yeah. Where to begin? It was you know, I got picked on by some of the boys there. Uh, and just the one day I got pushed too far and lost control. That's something I'm taking responsibility for.
Mm, The other person not getting in any trouble either? The people that were bullying you?
No, they didn't. Never happened. Didn't happen to them. Nothing happened to them whatsoever. See, the um, the guy that was picking on me, his dad was what I've learned later is a rich noble, and one of the main sponsors of the school. So, of course, my mum had to pay some damages there, and I'm still paying off my student debt.
Oh, sorry to hear. Hmm.
Oh, it's quite all right. I shouldn't have lost control in the first place.
Well, yeah, but they shouldn't have been picking on you either.
Yeah, I mean, they must have been going through some pain of their own, and possibly taking it on others. So yeah, I'm not privy to what their pain was, but you know,
And
they didn't deserve to get hurt.
yeah, look, I understand everyone has their own temper. Uh, my father has a pretty big one. But I understand.
Is there something you'd like to tell us?
What do you mean?
No, I'm just I don't know. I guess I'm just picking up on something.
She kind of looks at you curiously. Didn't you mean about my father?
Oh yeah, you did mention you had quite a big temper.
Yeah, he's always kind of been like that, but it's never towards me. It's he. I don't know. I guess it's just the way he is. But I know he had a really rough upbringing.
Yeah, he did mention something about his mum being a terrible person, and yeah, I do not blame him.
He told me about it a couple of years ago when he was telling the mercenaries about it. His mother tried to get rid of him. She never wanted him, in fact, and she'd always call him a mistake and all these things, and he just kind of had to put up with it, and his father wasn't any better, and he always hugs me really tight, and he tells me it's because he never wants me to go through any of what he experienced. He said he's pretty sure he can't think of a time his parents ever said so much as that they love him or hugged him or anything.
Goodness, that's horrid. I cannot imagine that. My mum's wonderful.
Yeah, and he's been wonderful to me. I couldn't ask for a better guardian. He's not my biological father, but he, yeah, he adopted me. You see, I lost my biological father. I didn't learn about it until a few years ago, but when I was younger, a group of assassins attacked my hometown, and they poisoned my father. My mother hid it from me for a while. And she and my uncle took care of me, and well, when things went bad with my mother, and she ended up having to be the mayor of Salchui, and all these things, it was Targray who took me in. He's been taking care of me ever since.
Really sorry to hear about what happened to your parents. I'm glad that you have certainly glad that you have a like proper guardian now.
Yeah, it's been nice. I only found out that my mother had been in hiding all this time as well. Remember earlier I mentioned the illness that runs in our family. She didn't want anything to happen to me or for me to get hurt, so she's been trying to deal with it on her own.
And it hopes that she's safe.
Yeah. But, did that answer your question? I'm sorry, I kind of went on a tangent.
No, it's totally fine. I guess we're just, making conversation, even though it is veering towards the more deeper end of certain emotional topics. But sure, I guess that sort of more or less answered my question.
See,
Say,
my father's
you
been very good to me, so no worries there.
that's excellent to hear, because otherwise you did mention that you recognized me. How is that?
I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it's just you look like someone I know. You, you remind me a lot of my mother, but you also kind of remind me of my uncle.
So, would this be your uncle, meaning on Targray's brother, or
I don't know. Um, maybe he would know a bit more. I'm not too familiar with all of my relatives, but my uncle who lives in Zalchui, you kind of remind me of him.
interesting?
And as you all are having this conversation, both Octavian and Targray step into the room.
Oh, that smells delicious. And you find
I
the amenities all right?
Well, say one thing is that's probably the most well stocked and clean kitchen I've ever set foot in. So, thank you for that.
Oh,
And yes,
of course.
and please help yourselves.
I can't take credit for it being well stocked and maintained, but that was useful to you. You'll want to thank Kasim. He sees to a lot of the behind the scenes around here. He'll be joining us for dinner.
Oh, excellent.
Targray will take a seat at the end of the table and he'll grab himself a few of the finger foods and dig in.
And you left the culinary school? This is amazing. Where did you learn to cook?
Um,
Well, I guess what started you on your journey?
well, always watched me mum cook when I was just a little boy, and it looked like so much fun. So one day she just taught me how. That was, other than the one time I actually just made breakfast for her before she taught me.
Oh, you're a really good cook.
Oh, thank you.
Octavian sits down at the table as well, and he begins to dig in. Yes, this is very, very well made. Thank you. I was wondering ever since Arturo and Winston mentioned you all, what brought you all to Tulakis to begin with? I'm curious.
Well, I think the prince can explain that one.
Yes, so, it's a lot to explain, I suppose, but, I've been having dreams, and I've been spoken to by a dragon, who I believe to be named Varaxes.
That's a name I haven't heard in quite some time.
Oh, you know him?
I can't say I know him by... I can't say we've met in person, but I know of him. He's related to Heslan as well.
Oh. Anything you might know?
I could certainly ask Heslan next to see him, but right, Varaxes, you mentioned.
Yes, so I've been having these dreams, and Varaxes was in them, and I saw a tapestry, and was told that I'm supposed to be the prince of a lost city of some kind, and the tapestry involved everyone here.
And he kind of looks at the party. I see. So you all are kind of wanting to fulfill this prophecy.
Yeah.
And I think I should also mention that each and every one of us on the night we stayed over in Tulakis, that we all shared the same vision of Varaxes appearing in our dream.
Oh, interesting.
I think all my friends here can corroborate that.
Yes, pretty much. It was a weird experience, but it was an experience.
Well, it's rare that such a thing happens. I'd say it's far more than just a coincidence. Fate has strange ways.
I do believe it feels pretty significant.
Well, if there's anything I can help you all with, I'd be happy to.
I think you're doing quite enough already, sir. Thank you so much for housing us for the night.
Well, that thanks goes to Targray.
It's no problem. You all are helping after all.
Targray, do you mind if I talk to you after dinner? I hope it doesn't take too long.
Oh, that's fine.
Well, hopefully, this goes well and we can catch this creature. I, can't say I'm too familiar with it myself. But if it's going around petrifying people and causing problems, it's best stopped.
Yeah. It's pretty outside of my scope of anything, so I don't know. I sure hope we can manage to stop this thing. Stop whatever damage it's causing.
But, yeah. Why don't you all tell me a bit about yourselves? I'm curious. It's interesting seeing fate bring people together.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I guess for starters, my name is Gunther Lunas. I am a paladin of the Order of Bahamut, and I am happy to be here.
Ah, well met, Gunther.
My name is Pum, or Pomegranate, I guess, if you want to be slightly more formal. I'm from the east coast of Arosa. I'm not sure if you've been. It's very nice there.
And that's a place with a lot of history.
Indeed. I'm from a little town called Sweetwater. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but it's a kind of a trade town.
Ah.
Yeah. I studied a couple of things, including, I am a chronicler, as you may probably don't know because I haven't told you that, but now I am telling you that. So now you know I am a chronicler. I also paint, and I'm kind of doing a little bit of a sort of a side project, I suppose. Secondary to this adventure we're having right now, it was my main goal, but then the focus kind of shifted because this is a bit more important. But I am collecting paintings and information for travel guides and sort of nature observations, that kind of thing. So I am very interested in seeing native animals, plants, that kind of thing, landmarks, attractions, etc.
Oh. I think you'd like my sanctuary.
Ooh, that sounds exciting. Is it anywhere near as nice as your bathrooms? Because that was really impressive.
Oh, you mean Targray's. And he looks over.
Oh, sorry. I mean your in terms of location, not necessarily your in terms of possession.
Oh, you, like the bathrooms?
I love the bathrooms.
Yeah, we had help, with the magic behind them. A fella named Munson. He's very good with, engineering.
Can I ask a question about exiting the bathroom at the same time?
Yeah, sure.
What exactly happens? Because Yorick and I, His Highness and I, exited at the same time and we kind of smooshed and then bounced away from each other. But what if you exit at exactly the same time? Would your bodies kind of exist in the same place at the same time?
I think that'd be a question for Munson. I can get in contact with him and ask.
I mean, that sounds like a lot of effort, but I am interested in this kind of thing. It's very interesting to me.
Well, it's not too much trouble to have a scrying room upstairs.
All right, maybe after dinner?
Sure.
It might be something like nice to include within your travel guides. I would suspect.
Yes, the bathrooms at this very specific location.
Oh, that reminds me, you might like the garden out back too.
Ooh, candles, did you hear that?
Sound like a nice place.
I think we should go and have a look later.
Absolutely.
Octavian nods at you, Palm. If you would be interested, I could certainly bring you to the sanctuary at some point. I care
I
for
would love that,
quite a
yes.
few creatures, more exotic, I would say.
That sounds amazing. Palm's like her eyes are like sparkling. She's so excited. She can't wait to see these creatures.
Yes, what of the rest of you? And he looks at the rest of the party.
My name is Two Candles. I'm an amateur apothecary from up in the, I guess would be north of here, Brim.
The nearby. Oh, you're from Winstria. Interesting.
That would be it.
A lot of my mercenaries were from Brim too. Interesting.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, I think 2 or 3 of them were.
Well, it's
Looking back, would I potentially recognize any of the names from before?
That's a good question. Let me check something. Maybe not. I'd say make a history check.
Okay.
It's unlikely, but I'd say make a history check.
Oh my god, that was a nat 20.
Wow.
Nice.
You might not know much about them, but you've definitely heard the name Agatha Winstrip before. You would know that she is also popular in the capital of Aidenwald, Grevas Lavusi. She moved there, and she was a writer of detective novels. Yes, well met.
Yeah, I think Candles would definitely recognize that name. Then she's probably read several of those detective novels.
Good, and what of the other two of you? He nods to Barney and to Robin.
Who goes first?
You go first.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so Barney will say, well, as I may have mentioned before, name's Barnacles, or everyone seems to call me Barney. It's totally fine. I'm from a village to the southeast of Cold, very modest, very small. Probably not. It's not really on many maps, but place is called Thrallkeld. Like I said, very small. Went to the culinary school here at Cragwell. Got expelled for honestly a pretty big mistake on my part. And yeah, now I'm helping out the prince here.
Well, everyone makes mistakes. It's part of growing.
Yeah, it's just, you know, whether some people tend to own up to their mistakes is a different story. I'm certainly owning up to mine.
Yeah, and that's certainly a big step. Yeah, and it's a pleasure to meet you as well.
Likewise.
And what of you? And he nods to Robin.
Well, my name is Robin Wainwright. I was born in Delgrad, but I moved with my grandparents in Orantin.
Belgrad's a nice city.
Yeah, it is.
So, I don't mean to be so. I mean to ask you all so many questions, but I'm simply curious. So you all are
That's
pursuing
all right.
the prophecy. Any smaller goals in the meantime?
Well, besides paying off my student debt to the school, and helping me mum out with her bakery back home, ideally, I'd like to own my own restaurant at some point.
Ah. Well, based on your cooking, I think you'd be a perfect fit for something like that.
Thank you. That actually means quite a lot.
Other than the tapestry, I just want to help people. It's, I think one of my main goals is to, make things better for people I can.
A noble goal. Yes, if I could be of assistance to you all in any way in your endeavors, just let me know.
That's awfully kind of you. To
Yes, thank you.
I mean, we ourselves don't know each other like that well. So I think this has pretty much been bringing us all closer together. But all the same, like, genuinely, like, thank you for the hospitality and all the aid.
Yeah, thank you.
That dragon ride was sure something.
Ah, yes, Heslan is wonderful. A friend for life.
Well, since we're all gathered, I don't see a reason not to start dinner a bit early.
I am not opposed to that. I think I could feed these muscles of mine a little bit.
Very well.
And he nods towards the kitchen, and the two gargoyles come out. And they both bow before stepping into the kitchen again, closing the door.
Dinner should be ready in not too long.
Yeah, I met those two.
Ah, yes, they're the usual chefs around here.
They seem pretty inquisitive.
Ah, yes. They always liked to watch Miss Agatha cook as well when she was here.
Oh, was That's the name of one of the mercenaries, right?
Yes.
Did not know she was a cook as well.
She baked. She liked to bake, and she made tea, and very grandmotherly.
Oh, that's very nifty.
Yeah, if we're gonna have dinner, I should probably go get Odai and Kasim, make sure they're situated as well. So I'll be right back.
And he gets up.
Is I'm assuming the crow is still with us as well.
Yes, he has. If you kind of left him to it, he's been eating a mozzarella stick very slowly.
Okay, that's cute actually.
Knew he'd have good taste.
He's been kind of breaking off pieces with his beak. You imagine if he tried to just eat the whole thing, the cheese might be a bit much for him at once.
Yeah. Is he looking at the tableware excitedly?
He has been standing over one of the very nice forks that's on the table.
Okay. Are these forks? Are there a lot of them? Maybe Palm will make a mental note of the forks and maybe ask for permission before they leave to take one.
Yes, there are quite a few. There's a set of silverware set out in front of each chair, as well as some extras.
Okay, I think she wouldn't probably steal from the hosts. I think she would ask for permission, but that's we're gonna be eating with them right now, so probably later.
So, Parkray's gone for a moment, and then you all hear what sounds like very hurried footsteps in the next room. Noctaven kind of looks in that direction. I hope everything's all right.
Should we be alarmed? That
Problem.
Oh,
That's not
wait.
good.
Let's go check on that.
Barney springs up immediately.
yeah. I think we'll head to the next room in a hurry.
So heading over into the throne room is where you heard it come from. You can see that hovering above the throne is a very large, shadowy creature with a impossibly long smile and glowing red eyes, and is looking down on the throne room. And newly petrified in the center of the room, you see Odai, as well as a tiefling gentleman you haven't seen before.
No.
Oh no.
Alright.
What's the meaning of this?
Give me 1 second. I actually have a map,
Mm-hmm.
which might take a moment to load because it's huge. It's genuinely in the entire keep.
Oh wow.
Oh, this is a big map.
Yeah. I'll drag your tokens out.
Oh wow.
Wowee.
You can stretch your legs in this amount of space.
Yeah.
It's not loading for me yet.
Yeah, it
Maybe
might
I
take a
should
moment
refresh.
because it is very
Oh, there we
big.
go. There it is.
So you all step into the throne room, and you see this entity peering down at all of you.
What are you doing here? It's back. It might not be safe. We should,
Hargrave kind of looks back at all of you, then at it.
Well, actually, no. This is why we're here.
We can take it.
Targray, maybe you should stand behind us. This thing seems to attack leaders of sorts, I suppose.
The entity continues to kind of gaze down at all of you, and you can see that same smile across its face. Aside from the smile and the eyes, it's hard to make out a lot of its features. It's just a mass of shadow. But one thing is for sure, you can feel just how content it is as it's looking at all of you.
Could I use divine sense to see if it is like celestial, fiend, or undead?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'll do it.
you open your senses, and you do pick up on a divine presence, a very strong divine presence. And it is coming
Okay.
from this creature.
So I guess celestial in a sense, or just something else?
It is a celestial creature.
Interesting. This shadow here is more celestial than I thought it would be.
Well, abandon your throne. And why would I do that? You don't know what you're up against.
So enlighten us.
Yeah, what's your deal?
This throne belongs to me. I'll be
Wow.
reclaiming it.
Well, you kind of said the same thing in Talakis, according to some of our acquaintances. So, which one is it then?
All thrones belong to me.
Bonnie looks at the party and is like, a bit of a greedy fella, don't you think?
Pom hisses at it.
Gunther will ask, who are you?
I go by many titles, but you may call me the Umbral Usurper.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
This. But if you're... Sorry to get technical, but if you're usurping, then does that mean that you technically you don't own the throne, so?
You see that its smile kind of fades a little.
Perhaps by your standards. It is a title, after all.
Well, if it's just a title, why is it so important to you then?
I'm reclaiming what is owed to me. I suggest
Right.
you depart, while I have an ounce of pity for you. I'm not going anywhere. Would you rather be stone like your guardsmen?
Well, let us not be brash here.
True, Hargrave, it might be best to cut your losses here. Not, I'm not all for running away or anything, but to be more strategic, can't really lead if you're stone.
Yes, you're right.
Well, I have a question, Mr. R. Usurper. What are you planning to do with all these thrones?
Rule.
Yeah, I mean that is a good point. Kind of walked in on that. Anything specific to your rule? Like conquest. I guess. How are you planning to rule? I suppose.
All must swear their allegiance to Malankar, the true Shaper.
Do you mind if I make a religion check just to see if I know anything about this
Sure.
or recall anything about it?
Yeah, go for it.
It is. Fortunately, Gunther's religion is just average. So that is a 13.
You've definitely. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if my background as a far traveler would help me here to figure out what this is as well.
I would say that, perhaps, if you'd like to make a religion check, you may as well.
Okay, I think I'm gonna try that.
But with that 13, Gunther, you have definitely heard the name before, but you can't quite place where. There's definitely a name of significance.
Unfortunately, my roll was a 4 on the dice, so
Oh no.
I ripped that one.
Yeah, you're not quite sure. Name similar to Gunther, the name it sounds significant, but you don't feel like you don't feel like you've heard it before.
I suppose I could also try rolling for religion, since I do have like a pretty high intelligence modifier.
Go for it. Anyone who would like to may.
Please.
Alright, I'll try.
I guess either religion or arcana.
Whoop, not one.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, I got a 5 on the dice, so that's probably not gonna. Yeah, no.
19 plus 4, that's a 23.
All right. So Barney, you remember hearing stories of you have probably heard creation stories in the past, and you would recognize the name Malankar as one of the Shapers. The Shapers were the beings who created the gods. And Malankar is known as the Grand Grudge, and was known as a more malignant creature.
I guess I'll relay that to everyone, and I think including Octavian if he's with us.
Yes.
So, and then Barney will ask Octavian like, listen, you don't suppose your friend Haslan could come down here for a sec?
I could get him, but I don't know how. Perhaps that might be a good call. If you can distract him, I can call Hesland down.
All right. Not awfully good at that. Maybe I guess my friends would be able to help as well. But it's just, we could sort of level the playing field a bit, if you get my meaning.
Yeah, I agree. All right, just try and buy me some time.
Right. Usurper, is it? I don't suppose you've tried mortal cooking.
I have no interest.
Well,
Not sustenance, nor breath, nor rest.
well, could be recreationally, I mean.
Maybe Pom will say, and are you interested in stories? Would those interest you? I think because she wants to maybe help Barney by assisting in creating a narrative that would keep the creature's interest for a while. Maybe sort of making up a tale about cooking or relating a tale about cooking.
My interests lie only in tragedies.
Tragic cooking.
Well, my 6 months ended tragically. That's a tragic cooking story, I suppose.
Can Barney and Pom kind of work together to weave a very exciting version of this narrative?
Sure, I'll say both of you make me a performance check.
Okay.
All right.
This idiot's never had a pizza before.
Ooh, that's an 8.
Well, it's a 7 from me.
Oh no. Shoot.
Barney is sweating. kind of looking towards the others like.
Growing bored of your tales.
What?
Your minds do much better in stone.
Right. So you serve Malachor. Are you just his servant, or are you something important?
I am a fragment of his being.
All right. If you're interested in tragedies, why don't I tell you the story of how your reign will come to an end?
Is that so?
Yes.
Who will bring that end?
So my plan here was for Pom to basically bullshit her way through an exciting tale of the downfall of this creature. I am very bad at thinking up this kind of stories as a player.
I'll say you can make another performance check.
Okay. Because I feel like this is probably something that we're interested the most is a story about itself. Hey, please. Oh, that's a nat 20. Holy shit.
Well done.
Ooh.
Nice.
You weave together a story detailing the downfall of the Umbral Usurper. And it's been kind of looking at, ever since you all walked in, it's been kind of smugly looking at you and then slowly growing disinterested, but you see it's focusing in on Palm as the story's being weaved, as its attention's being drawn to it. It seems intrigued.
The story is very melodramatic with lots of exciting twists and turns, and there are animals involved at one point, I think. And some bribery and some backstabbing. And also a double agent that turns out to be a triple agent.
So you're telling this
It's
story,
basically-
and
It's very soap opera like.
after a moment, as the story finishes up, appearing behind you all see Eslan. Let me find him a token. That'll do for now.
I was told there was trouble. And would you look at that? There it is.
Well, yeah, and we were all told by Pom here about the downfall of this usurper.
Pom takes a bow.
You would call a god upon me then. I'm no fool. Have your throne.
You're giving up that easily?
It disappears. And the guards, as well as Kasim and Odai, are unpetrified.
Okay, that
Wow.
was intense.
You, jeez. Blimey.
All right.
Yeah, I think we, narrowly avoided death there. Not gonna lie.
Well, glad to help.
Do you know where it's gone?
Can't say I do.
Is there a way we could, I wouldn't say pursue, but perhaps keep one step ahead of it somehow?
Oh, I know. I could perhaps give you something to ward him off if he were to come back.
That sounds incredibly useful.
Yeah, be very useful. Also, you mentioned that you could be multiple places at once at some point, yeah?
Yep.
Say, if all these people here got unpetrified, would that be a similar case in, say, I don't know, Talakis?
I can check.
That'd be grand.
Nope, they're still stone.
Oh,
Well, beans to that.
that was a lot to hope for, I suppose.
Well, I don't know how we're gonna show that thing who's boss.
I feel like perhaps it would be prudent to prepare a little bit more. Awarding a token or talisman of some kind would be very useful, she says, nodding at Hislan. And perhaps we need to figure out a strategy for tackling it when we meet it again.
I think that's a good idea.
I get the feeling that this is a kind of confrontation that would end very badly for us if we went in without a plan.
If that thing is truly a fragment of Malinvar, it might be, even dangerous for you, Octavian.
Yeah, I think as much as well. I think what needs to be done is perhaps some research on it first. See what we can dig up. In fact, you could leave that to me. I'll see what I can find on it, and we can act on it once we have more knowledge.
Yeah, and, we have a name now at least.
More knowledge is definitely good.
But as for warding it off, I'll give you one of my scales. That should be enough to keep it from being able to appear here again, at least.
Wow, it's so pretty.
Right. Thank you, Aslan.
And Heslin will remove a scale. He essentially just takes one off of his hand and sets it down.
So,
Okay,
what does it do exactly? Do I just kind of keep it in the throne room? Yes, I would keep it, maybe under your throne. Seems like your throne, so I'd be the best place for it.
What if we just destroyed a couple of thrones so that there's nothing for it to come and take? Would that be sacrilegious? I suppose it would be.
I don't think so. But I think
Because if that's all it's after...
Well, it might be after just being in charge of every established settlement. I don't know. I don't know what its deal is either.
I think this calls for some more research. Sorry, go ahead, Candles.
I suspect that may be more of a metaphor than anything.
That's probably correct.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It wants a collection of thrones. If it wants to rule.
If it did, it would be pretty... Sorry, that was my sending stone. Let me just put my sending stone on silent. Do not disturb. There we go. What was I going to say? Oh, yes. If it was after the thrones, it would be pretty easy to just pile a bunch up in a wood somewhere and let it go there. But you're probably right. It is probably after the authority rather than the actual furniture.
Well, thank you again. Well, thank all of you. I appreciate it.
Of course, just be safe.
Yeah, just glad we could be of some help, even though we didn't really do much.
Well, seems you bought some time, so Octavian could contact me, so... Not easy distracting a divine being, unless they're me. I have a short attention span. Or so I'm told.
Pum nods knowingly.
Well,
By the way...
Oh, go on.
Have you been... I mean, you're kind of large, but have you been in the bathrooms here? It's pretty amazing.
Can't say I have, but I'll take your word for it.
The soap is so nice.
Oh, you should see the ones up in... well, they're mostly for show. You don't have to use the bathroom there. She's kind of dead there. They're nice bathrooms in a Gyaradeus, but
You mean there's a nicer bathroom in existence?
well, yeah, up there.
He points with his tail to the sky.
Mom's trying to wrap her head around a bathroom better than the one she just saw existing.
But yeah, they're just for show. You know, when you die, you don't really have to use the bathroom, and or do you
I
have to
suppose
eat,
you
but
go
you have the option to.
You could go through the motions, read your books or scrolls on there, I suppose.
Yeah.
Octavian nods to Heslan. Well, thank you for the help. I don't think that would have gone well if you hadn't shown up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not a problem, not a problem.
Oh, and while you're here, I was wondering if you could perhaps help these folk get to the Bloodmire. They mentioned going to see Meave. He looks at the party for confirmation, and is where you all were going, right?
Oh yeah, right. We pretty sure we can head there after dinner, yeah? Like, or after all our seems like an awful lot of people want to talk to us.
You mean we gotta go there before bath time?
Well, if you all wanted to stay for the night, you could, and yeah, that's fine with me.
I
Yeah,
do
I could
feel
take
like
you all in
Barney.
the morning.
That would be amazing. I think Barney has a little bit more to discuss with our hosts.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were actually just about to have dinner, and that appeared.
You should try some of Barney's appetizers. I almost said aperitifs. That's something else. That's alcoholic. He made these incredible deep fried thingies. I'm not sure what it is. Some kind of cheese. It's delicious.
Ooh, that does sound pretty good.
I'm assuming he's much, much too big to have just one little cheese stick. Maybe we should give him the tray.
You bring him the tray.
I think Barney can probably make some more. Let's
He'll-
bring him the tray.
Yeah, he'll make some more afterwards. he'll bring. It's like, oh right, 2 seconds. He runs off to go grab the tray.
Yeah, you get the tray and bring it back.
Ooh, that
So
smells good.
deep fry and to deep fry an entire log of mozzarella.
The whole industrial sized log from the factory.
Yeah, once Barney brings the tray in, he will partake.
Oh, this is divine. Oh my god.
You hear that, Barney?
I don't know what to say. He kind of he's kind of at a loss for words.
Pom will pat him on the back and say, "A god called your food divine. That's like the most legit compliment you can get."
To God see it.
Well, we don't have to
Well-
eat, but it's fun to sometimes.
Oh, it absolutely
That's
is.
fair. That's fair.
It's like a little treat. But you don't need to eat or do any of that in the afterlife, but it's always there.
Right, that's kind of what I was trying to tell that like smoky fellow over there, and maybe he wouldn't be so pissed off all the time if he just did some recreational eating of his own.
I fully agree, Barney. A life without eating is a sad life indeed.
Yeah, maybe that's why he's so grumpy.
Yeah.
Like, thrones are nice,
Is
but
the-
have you tried food?
Exactly. Maybe the secret to defeating it is just to feed it a good meal. Maybe. I mean, that's wishful thinking, I suppose.
Yeah. But yeah, I can ferry you all to the Bloodmire tomorrow.
We would appreciate that. Thank you. Also, I'm incredibly humbled with what you think about my finger foods.
Of course, keep at it. Well, suppose I'll be off. Hopefully things are a bit better of that scale here. It shouldn't be coming back. But until
Thank you
tomorrow...
very, very much.
Ah, yes, of course. Yes, I truly appreciate it, Aslan. Thank you. Well, I'll see you all in the morning.
See you then.
Farewell.
All right, away I go.
And he's gone.
Sorry if we broke your encounter by calling back up.
Oh no, not at all.
Okay.
I'm all for players getting around encounters and stuff any way they see fit. It happened in yesterday's session too.
That it was pretty cool though. Yeah. And Barney, you're a god called your food divine, man. That's so cool.
I honestly still don't know what to say. He kind of hides his face a bit.
Well,
Is
I think he was right. It was certainly good food.
Indeed.
And we were gonna have dinner before that. I guess we should get back to that. Also, Odai, Kasim, you all right?
Yes, my lord, I'm fine. I just remember walking in here and I did a double take. I saw that thing and then I was here.
So you're Odai. Sorry. Go ahead.
And Kasim, the tiefling you all saw when you walked in, who was petrified, who's now unpetrified, he kind of looks at all of you. Well, it's good to meet you all as well. I'm Kasim.
Oops, I confused them. So you're Kasim.
Yes.
Greetings. I'm Pom.
Nice to meet you, Palm. Yes, I was just getting ready to come down to dinner, and I, ended up a statue.
So you don't really remember anything while you were in that state?
Nope. I remember the moments I walked in here, and then, well, here I was.
It's like you're being it's just like time that's just lost for you.
Taven kind of scratches his beard. Perhaps some kind of stasis.
That would kind of seem likely.
Well, I'm certainly glad that everyone's all right. I'm still really hungry.
Yes,
For
let's
some reason,
get back to the
so am
table.
I. Okay. Dinner time.
So you all head back to the table. Tilly has been sitting there. She's been sitting there, kind of staring at the door. You can tell she's been kind of worried hearing all the commotion.
Oh, I'm really glad you guys are all right. Everything okay?
It very almost was not, but Heston came and helped us out. So I feel like all in all, a net positive. Everyone has been unpetrified as well, which is really great.
Oh, I thought I heard Hestein's voice.
Yes, he has a very booming voice. And that's coming from me. Very vocal.
Very pretty scales too.
Ah, yes.
Well,
Glad everyone's
unfortunately,
okay.
just unfortunately, I don't think we can say the same for Tsalakis just yet. Aslan went to check in there, and all, still petrified, unfortunately. Gonna need to sort that out in the morning.
Well, Heslan will be able to get you all to the Bloodmire pretty quickly, so that'll at least mean you all won't have to make the trek through the swamp.
That is great news indeed.
Would swamps be dangerous at all?
Well, the Bloodmire can be dangerous, but it's mostly just unpleasant. Also, if you're
right.
prone to sickness and disease, it's not a great place to be either.
It sounds terrible.
I was just silently just kind of being annoyed that everyone seems to think that the Bloodmire is not nice. It's just a beautiful place.
It's just misunderstood.
Well, now that's all over, I'm happy to dig into dinner as well. That was certainly unexpected.
You don't need to tell me twice. Pom, I think, is already approaching the table.
Yes, and the two gargoyles come out of the kitchen, and they set down several platters of food on the table. There is a very nice seared steak. There's some potatoes. It's nice assortment of greens. These very fancy-looking wines as well. All looks very nice.
Dig in, everyone.
Are there any kind of sort of customs or rituals in this part of the world before meals are taken, like a toast of some kind?
You would know that people toast to celebrations usually, but really not much else.
Okay, so it wouldn't be rude to just start eating instead of waiting for someone to say something or cue you.
No, you see that Tilly is already eating as well.
Okay. Just tricking.
Yeah. The food is very nice. Digging into it, it is very well made. Yeah, the gargoyles seem to be very, very good cooks.
I've got to get these recipes from them if it's not too much to ask.
I think they'd be happy to part with them if you share some of yours with them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can come to some sort of mutual agreement.
You could tell them how to make these cheese sticks.
I think they've watched me pretty closely, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I can share whatever knowledge I have.
So, Bonnie, I mentioned I'd talk with you on, that I mentioned earlier. You said your mother.
That's right.
What was her name again?
Mum's Guinevere.
And Tilly looks up from her food when you say Guinevere. Oh, really?
Wait, do you know Mum?
That's my aunt.
Wait, what?
Your cousins?
Hell, there's certainly a lot of. Man,
She, I never met her myself, but uh, I was always brought some treats from her whenever my mom would go visit.
oh, that's right. Yeah, she's, if you might pardon the language, she's bloody brilliant with those.
Yeah.
And yeah, that would make sense. See, when I first saw you, I see that you look similar to Josephine, Tilly's mother.
I've been not. I'm not aware of Mum's like siblings at all. She, I guess we've kind of been living a little bit in seclusion for like quite a big part of my life.
Josephine should be. I know she's around. She's been busy these days, but might be good to meet her.
Yeah, like didn't know I had an aunt. Didn't know I had a cousin. This is brilliant.
Ronnie, did your mom never talk about family?
Well, she not really. You know, I guess she was just kind of more focused on, raising me and taking care of the bakery and such. There's a lot of things about her past that she doesn't want to revisit. A lot of pain,
That's fair.
Especially whenever I mention Dad, which I've started doing much less of, like as the years went by. It's very clear that he hurt her quite a bit.
Yeah, that's what Josephine mentioned to me. I never met him personally, but she shared her distaste for him. We talked a bit a while ago, and she said that she been really angry about hearing from her sister. And I can't blame her.
Yeah, I mean, he like straight up left Mum, and I've not heard from him at all. Like, don't even know his name. Mum doesn't even want to like mention like who he is. She doesn't want me to have anything to do with him, I think.
Yeah. I understand that too. But if you are seeking answers, I'd see about talking with Josephine. She might be able to shed a lot of light on the situation.
I think that would be grand, even if it just means like, like any semblance of closure.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
I guess that
not-
makes you my nephew.
I've been learning so much about new family that I've never had, like in the last 24 hours. And I think it's bloody marvelous.
Until he smiles. And that makes you my cousin.
It seems like it, yeah.
This is so exciting.
Yeah, well, always good to meet Or family.
Targray smiles.
So, what should I just? Would it just be okay if I refer to you as Targray? It would be taking some getting used to, I'm sure. If I were to suddenly call you uncle.
Whenever you see fit, I suppose. I'm fine with either.
I think we can toast to that.
Yes, toasting. Excellent. Pom's got her glass. She's ready.
Is Pom doing the glass ding 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 thing?
Are the glasses glass or are they more like goblets?
They're more like goblets, but they do kind of have a resonant kind of dink to them when you tap against them.
I guess she's instead of tink tink, she's gonna tonk tonk.
Very well. The family. Here.
So family,
Family and-
found and
Family.
blood.
Found and blood relations, yeah.
And you all have a nice toast. And this whole time, Octavian seems to have been... He's been thinking to himself. And he looks around. I don't know if it's just been me, but I've been feeling a strong magical presence from the table. I know a lot of us here are more magical, but I feel like I'm being watched. Anyone else feel that way?
Pom looks at Crow.
He just kind of tilts his head curiously.
Barney, ask him if he feels watched.
Yeah, Bonnie asks her if he feels like he's being watched.
Many eyes, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, many eyes. Where are the eyes?
So after saying that, he just kind of looks around individually at everyone at the table.
That doesn't seem good. Do you mean our eyes or do you mean extra hidden eyes? Say it, Barney.
Yeah, Bonnie.
Ben's nodding at me.
Sorry.
It's like me nodding when I'm on the phone. I don't know why people do that. Anyway,
Yeah.
Barney is, I'm assuming,
Yeah,
translating
he's
everything.
translating.
Yeah.
Yes, you have many eyes. And he looks around again.
I mean, eyes not belonging to us.
Yeah. Hidden eyes, but he's talking about barnacles.
Yeah.
Would it be possible for me to make an Arcana check?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh wow. That's an 18 plus 6, 24.
Nice.
Ooh. You also sense a very strong magical presence, but you're being led to the window of the dining room.
Is that where the presence is leading me?
Yes.
Bonnie will look. Maybe Bonnie will just get up and go peer outside the window.
So you get up and you go over that way, and you just kind of draw back the curtains.
Yes.
Drawing back the curtains, you see a very large blue eye staring into the window.
Might that be the magical presence you've been noticing there?
Oh, perhaps. Octavian looks over. He gets up and begins walking over.
Oh, aye. You'll have found a friend of ours. He stays out in the garden. He might have been curious.
Oh,
And who's this friend?
So you all see, as you're walking over, you can see that there is a large crystalline dragon with blue scales that is outside, peering in.
blimey.
It's a long story. I say we, mercenaries, brought him back when they went into one of Tilly's paintings. Saved him from essentially being trapped. He's good company. Mostly just watches over the garden.
And enjoying watching us eat, I suppose, as well.
Well, he was always curious. Until they brought him back, he hadn't had any experiences on our plane of existence.
Right. I mean, it's always, there was probably a lot for you to take in.
But yes, he's no harm to anyone here.
Well, that's a relief, because, I'm not gonna lie, my heart did a bit of a backflip there.
Understandable. But yes, that's Lachlan.
And the dragon, he continues to kind of stare into the window.
Other apologies.
Guess that answers that question.
The chat, the Paper Mario crossover we've been waiting for.
Beautiful.
That's fan art waiting to happen, I'm pretty sure.
That'd be amazing fan art.
Yeah.
D&D combat system that works like the Paper Mario combat when.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, hope you all enjoyed dinner. And if you need anything for your guest rooms or anything at all, just let one of us know.
Perhaps do you have, some kind of perch for my friend?
He looks at the crow.
I could certainly get one for him.
That would be great. And perhaps she whispers, maybe a little bit of carrion, if you have any.
Okay, I can do that.
You agreed to that very quickly. Actually, no, never mind. I don't want to know. I'm just grateful. Thank you.
He raises an eyebrow.
Well, you need it, don't you?
I mean, yes, but I mean, carrion. Okay, yes, thank you.
He just kind of shrugs. He's not sure how to take that.
He's gonna go to his carrion closet and grab some.
Oh my god, I just saw the
Oh,
picture.
TK, yes.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
What in general? Oh my god, yeah.
Yes, I'll bring that over to your room here shortly.
Thank you very much.
and people begin to kind of slowly get up from the table. And Octavian looks at all of you. I believe I didn't want to take up too much room around here, so I'll probably head back to my tower. But Hessland will be here to ferry you all in the morning. But anything before I go?
Do you have a library here?
Yes, excellent suggestion.
That's excellent.
And he'll look at Targray. Do you happen to have a library around?
Well, there's one in town, yes. Haven't had my own personal one. Zara might have some books, but I don't know if she'd have what you're looking for.
I want to investigate about this thing that was in the throne room. It gave us a name, so I think it would be nice to look around.
Agreed.
Yeah, good to see if can dig up any further information.
Well, yeah, the library in town might be a good bet.
Yeah, they'll be open for at least a bit longer. It's not too late.
Right, I think I'm going right now.
All right. Yes, for the rest of you, I'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow morning with Hessland, so I'll see you all then.
Have a splendid evening.
You as well. It's
Bye.
nice meeting you all.
Yeah, likewise. So is Tilly still around?
Yes, she is. And Octavian waves and heads out. Yeah, Tilly's still sitting at the table.
So, right, cousins here. I think maybe we can have a bit of a catch up. Seems to feel only natural to get to know each other better since we're family and all.
Yeah, sure. I'd love to. You want to see some of my paintings?
Sure, I'd be delighted.
Would you mind if I also had a look? I love art and making it.
Yeah, sure. And she'll get up from her chair, and she'll begin to lead you all up to her room. And as you guys are getting up, Yorick will look over at Robin.
Did you want company to the library?
I'm fine, Yorick, thanks.
Okay, we'll be here.
Alright, so Robin's going to the library. Who all is going up to Tilly's room?
Me and Barney, and who else?
I'm
Candle's
still going.
gonna follow along.
I'm going to talk to Targray if I can.
Okay.
That can happen afterwards, so.
Alright. So, Robin, you head out and make your way to the library. Are you just kind of... Target would have pointed you in the direction. You would have been told that it is next door to the magic shop in town. Yeah, you find it easily enough, and you just head in. Let's see. Yeah, so you head over to the library, and on the counter is a red dragonborn gentleman, and he waves as you step inside. Ah, hello. Are you looking for anything in particular? Anything I can help you with?
Hi, yes, good evening. Yes, I'm looking for, what's the name? Malardus?
Alancar?
Yes.
I can. Ah, yes, you're looking for information about the Shapers, then. Give me one moment. I'll be right back. And he
Sure,
gets up
thank you.
from the desk and walks up a staircase. Comes back a few moments later, holding 3 different books. He sets them all down on the counter. There isn't as much on that one as the other Shapers, but this is what I could find.
Is he related to any other of the Shapers?
From what I understand, he is one of them.
Alright, I'm going to read some of those 3 books. Thank you.
Alright. You just kind of sit down and do some reading.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so reading through these 3 different books, they all kind of go into the fact that Malankar is called is referred to as the Grand Grudge. That would be his title. He is a creature that, like the other Shapers, helped shape a lot of what came before the gods, including the gods themselves. Let me see. Let me find you something. Where is it? There it is. So yes, you would also know that he's referred to as Father of Malice. And he is also the reason that negative emotion exists. He was said to have created negative emotion and been the main source of it, and all of his followers, those close enough to him, feed off of negative emotion. Be it sadness, tragedy, anger, jealousy, or anything of the sort. Oh, and you would also know that the Shapers all they manifested into stars. Malankar became the Black Star. And he is responsible for creating Nephalia, which is the plane of the Sinister Seven, which are now the Sinister Five. And also the lowest plane of existence. Yeah, that's about what you'd get from the 3 books.
Alright.
As you finish those up, the gentleman behind the counter, he'll look over. You find what you were looking for?
Yeah, something like that. Thank you.
Of course. Have a good evening. Alright, is Robin heading back to the keep?
Is anything else to do at that hour?
You said you had something else to do?
Is anything else to do at that hour?
So there is you know that the tavern in town is open. A few people are out and about, but there doesn't seem to be too much. Since it's dying down, it's getting late. I'd say time-wise, it's around 10 p.m.
Alright, I think I'm just going to go back.
All right. So, for everyone going up to Tilly's room. Tilly very excitedly shows you into her room, which is... You all walked past it when you first came up the stairs, being the room just left of yours. She has a very nice big canopy bed, and very notably, against the far wall, she has a stool that's set up, a little tray with all kinds of pigments, and a very large canvas on the wall. The one that's currently on the wall looks like she was in the middle of working on something. It looks to be some kind of forest. But set kind of off in the corner are several stacked canvases. Yeah, this is my room. And those over there are some of the paintings that the mercenaries went into. And she'll grab them and bring them over and kind of lay them out.
So, all right. First of all, not the biggest. I don't have the biggest eye for art, but I think these are pretty fabulous.
You have eyes?
Contrary to popular belief, yes.
I shall ask no more.
I had a lot of fun painting these, but with these, it was like I was being guided by my dreams. I'd have a dream about these paintings, and I'd be able to put them to canvas exactly how I saw them in the dream. And she'll kind of go over some of the paintings she has there. She points out the first one, which you can see looks like a kind of sprawling savanna, and as it goes deeper, you can see that it seems to transition into a swamp of some sort, and at the heart of it you can see some kind of village. This was the first one that they ventured into. This is where they had the run-in with the giants. Oh, and this one? And she pulls another one over. This one is where they brought back the guards who help out around here now. And the dragon you all saw, Lockvon. And this one is of a very large cave system, and you can see there are all kinds of glowing blue parts to it. And deep within the cave, you can see what looks like a very large bestial creature. And that there is actually their leader, the guard's leader. He's kind of taken up the mantle as guard captain. His name's Harland. You might meet him.
Oh wow, it's beautiful.
These truly are spectacular.
Thank you.
Yeah, what they said.
Is this oil?
Yeah. Well, that one's oil, and she points to the Savannah one. And this one's acrylic. I like to try different types.
I have to be honest, those aren't mediums that I'm very good at. I feel like when you have a calling to paint, you also have a call to a certain media. It's yeah, let's just say those aren't my calling, and I greatly admire people who can handle them well, like you clearly can.
Oh, what kind of painting do you do?
Water-based stuff mostly, watercolor and gouache, stuff that's easy to carry around, for travel.
Oh, do you have any with you? I'd love to see them.
I have a small binder. It's in my room though. How about we finish looking at your paintings and then I can show you some of mine?
Oh, yeah, sounds good. And she pulls over a third one. This one is still the strangest to me, but I still really like how it turned out. From what I heard, it was strange experience to be in, too. And this last painting, you see towering buildings, all sorts of vibrant colors, these bright blues and pinks, very unlike anything you've ever seen before. It looks very bright, very flashy. There are these various signs, these large metal contraptions you've perhaps never seen before. It's all very mesmerizing.
Wow.
That is truly otherworldly.
And this comes from a dream, yes?
Yeah. From what I remember, they ventured into this one and they met all kinds of strange people. Everyone kind of dressed differently than we're used to here, and they had all these neat inventions, and oh, they brought back this stuff called pizza. It was really good.
Pizza?
Yeah, it's like it was bread and there's this kind of tomato sauce and cheese. It was really good.
Palm's envisioning it, but she's definitely not envisioning pizza. She's like making up some creation in her brain.
He's envisioning a calzone.
Yeah.
Barney is making notes.
Oh, and there's this really sweet drink they brought back too. It's all bubbly and fizzy, and it was really good, but I couldn't drink too much of it.
Bubbly. Now that's exciting.
Pretty sure that wasn't some sort of potion.
I don't think so. It didn't seem to have any like magical properties.
Curious.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. A lot of good memories.
Do you know if do you paint these into existence, or do you just sort of create gateways to things that already exist? I'm assuming because you dream about them, maybe they already exist?
I think it's a bit of both. There was a time where I did end up in one of my paintings, but the canvas was blank. But oh, that was an interesting time. And you see her kind of thinking. You can see the memories seem to be flooding back to her. You were in this weird, starry expanse, and it went on for, it seemed like forever, and I think, I don't know too much about it or how it worked, but it's like, from what I remember being explained to me, it's like the laws there weren't defined, so things were all wonky. I don't know how to describe it.
That sounds really intense.
Yeah, it was. I'd love to see your paintings.
Sure. I can show you.
Yeah.
Okay, is everyone done in here?
I think so.
All right. I guess those of you who haven't seen my paintings yet can also have a look if you like.
Yeah, I can't say you've showed it to me personally.
All right, well then, let's have a look. Yeah, come along.
All right. So you all head over to Palm. So you head over to the guest room. You begin showing her your paintings.
Yeah, it's a bit of a collection of random things. There's a very careful study of a couple of flowers and leaves. There's a couple of rough landscapes. There's a couple of quick portraits taken sort of maybe quick studies from people sitting at inns or taverns. There is a humorous drawing of a dragon. There's a couple of drawings that aren't suitable for, I would say not safe for work, but like, I don't know if that's a thing.
Not safe for Twitch.
Not safe. Twitch TOS violation art. There's like just a random mix of sort of irreverent, silly art, but also a couple of really careful studies. And then in a separate book, there are sort of refined versions of the more careful studies where you can see that Pom's done a bunch of observing, practicing, and the book that the final ones are in are the ones that she plans on using for her scrolls and books and guides.
Wow, these are beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
These are very nice. I always love seeing different forms of art.
Yeah, it's always amazing to me how much different types, how many different types of art there are, and the looks and the flavors, if that's a thing.
Yeah.
Well, I for one was not aware that we had such a talented artist in our team.
Oh, thanks. I have drawn all of you, and she flips to the back of the study book and shows just a couple of rough studies of her party members.
Does this include a drawing of what her speculation would be on Barney's eyes?
I think there is a drawing of Barney's, but this is Dwarf's head canon as well, as that Barney's fringe is parted to reveal the most beautiful anime girl eyes. Though I don't suppose anime exists here, but like beautiful, shapely eyes,
Yeah.
full of emotion.
Nice.
Or these are quite spectacular, actually.
Yeah, these are really nice.
Thanks. Sorry for drawing you all in secret. I know some people are uncomfortable being observed, so I just don't tell people when I do. I feel like it's more natural that way anyway.
Like, it's not something that's actually ever happened to me personally, so I don't see a problem with it.
Yeah, I
If you
don't
want,
think
you can
anyone's ever
send.
drawn me before, so I think it's neat.
Oh, I can give you each a copy to take if you want. Barney, you can send one to your mum.
Oh, that's a splendid idea. Actually, I should probably write to her.
Why don't I draw you and Tilly together, and you can send that to your mum?
Oh, that would be great.
Oh, that's a great idea.
All right. I can do it now if you want. It'll just be a rough sketch, but it'll get the message across.
Hey,
Yeah, just tell me how I should pose.
Sit in a way that's comfortable for you, because holding the same pose for several minutes gets kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Barney would sort of like proceed to sit and like not entirely sure if he should have his arm around his cousin or not, because it's still like very new, so he's like kind of just like sort of confusedly sort of just like posture.
So what you're saying is they are posing like an 80s family portrait from a mall.
Oh yes.
Okay.
All right. So you go about making a nice rough of this, and give me a performance check, and I'll give you advantage since this is an area
Oh,
of
no.
your expertise.
The dice may not let me down. My personal pride won't let me live it down if this flops. Wait, okay, which one of you fuckers is gonna... Sorry, bad word on Twitch. Oh, God. That's a 6 and a 3.
Oh no.
Why? But okay, no, I rolled the nat 20 on a good place. I can't complain. That was a good place to have a 20. It's fine. It's fine.
Yes.
So,
Should I turn the page and try again?
I think it's a case of maybe during this, Tilly accidentally moved, like Barney sneezed, and you're like, oh, well, they dropped the pose, and I've got to start over.
Okay. As long as it looks like them.
You would do after it takes you maybe a try or two, but you do get something that comes out looking pretty nice.
Okay, good. Thank you for having mercy on me.
Oh, this is really nice.
Hey, that looks just like me.
Yeah, we had a rough start, but I think we got there in the end.
Yeah, sorry, my elbow got itchy.
It's fine, it happens. Especially if you're not experienced with sitting, it takes it out of you. I mean, I suppose you might know from having family portraits painted. I don't know if you're into that over here, but where I'm from, noble families often do, and it takes weeks. It's hard work sitting.
Yeah. I guess I'm good at that. I do spend a lot of time in front of my canvas. But then again, I am making art, so I kind of lose myself. Kind of forget I exist sometimes when I'm painting.
It's yeah, I think sitting still is one thing, but sitting still while you're aware of being watched and studied is a whole different ball game. It's much more I don't know, it makes me restless. I don't know about you, but I struggle with it.
Yeah, it was different, a different experience.
Well,
It looks great.
Yeah. Thanks. I'm not sure if you want me to make you an extra copy. I could certainly do that. It might not have as much character as the original, but I could try.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I'd love to hang it on my wall.
Sure. I don't need you to sit for this one, though. I can just use the reference.
Right. So, meanwhile... Oh, go on.
No, I was just saying, I think Pom would do that sort of after the socializing is over on her own time. So,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, downstairs, Gunther was going to speak with Targray.
Yeah, it can be during a game of Dragon Chess. He'll probably ask Targrave if he wants to play, and probably try to initiate conversation during that time.
Yeah, sure. What did you want to talk about?
I'm not. So, before I became a paladin of Vomit, I was previously part of a mercenary group, Previous Claw. I don't know if you've heard of it or if you have never heard of it.
I don't think I have.
Only reason I was going to ask you about this is because I don't know if you've heard of a man named Caspin. And since considering that you haven't heard of Previous Claw yet, I'm assuming that you haven't heard of him either.
They have a last name?
You're thinking about what I'm actually scrolling a little bit just to make sure. Ironhide. Caspin Ironhide.
Ironhide. Not ringing any bells. Know someone who might know, though. Fellow lives
Who would?
He lives in town. His name's Gideon. Gideon Redwinter. He's also a mercenary. He might know a bit more.
It's not the most important thing. To be fair, this is more of my own thing, but I was just asking to be, I guess, out of curiosity.
Yeah, I wish I knew, but can't say I have heard the name before.
No, you're perfectly fine. It's, to be honest, that might be more of a blessing than anything else. And what was this gentleman's name again?
Gideon Redwinter. You might find him at the magic shop here in the city. His wife works there.
Excellent. Well, I don't want to sully this game here. I think we should continue on and see who will be the victor.
Yeah.
And for your dragon chest, make me an intelligence check. And if you have dragon chest set proficiency, you can do so at advantage.
Hey, I got it as a proficiency. But that's going to be a 21.
Alright, so with your knowledge of dragon chess, you all have a very good game, and it starts out pretty close, but you very quickly overtake Targaryen and manage to come out on top.
Very good.
Same to you. It's very becoming of a leader like you to be strategic.
Yeah, I agree. Glad I could be something of a leader in this city, as opposed to who ruled before me. Tyrant of a man.
I know mayors like yourself usually get, if I remember correctly, voted in, or they
Yes.
choose a successor of sorts. Was this someone that was voted in or taken over by another way?
They were the original founder of Crackvale. It's a long story, but my mother, she didn't like me, but she made use of me, so she'd send me on errands, she'd send me to deliver and send messages to other courtrooms and what have you. Well, she sent me here a lot, and I got to know the people around here and saw how terrible they had it. So I figured I had good rapport with some of the people. I could maybe do something about it, so I challenged the mayor and ran against him. And I won. I've been mayor here ever since.
Well, first off, my apologies for your childhood there, but more importantly, I think that is a testament to your goodwill that you were able to be such a, I guess, you won so much support.
Yeah, that may come off as a bit gruff, I guess, so I'm told, but
And you were about to challenge a shadow there.
Yeah, that is true. And I just don't want anyone to have to deal with what I had to deal with. Care a lot for Tilly.
Makes sense.
I wanted her to have the best upbringing she could have.
Well, if you don't mind me saying this, I think you're doing a good job so far.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Well, did you have anything else?
Oh, not at all. If you want to play another game, we can. If you are feeling ready to go to bed, I am fine with that as well.
Should probably go check on my husband, actually. He should be getting home here soon.
That's actually a good thing. I forgot that. Sometimes I forget that people have lives outside of dragon chess.
Yes. Well, if you need anything, myself, Odai, or Kasim, any of us would be happy to help.
Of course. Thank you so much for the games and the information, and also the company.
Of course. Well, I'll see you either later on or tomorrow.
Same to you.
And he'll nod and get up, and he heads on upstairs.
I'll probably just join back with the group.
All right. So I'd say around this time, Robin's finished up at the library, and you finished up, and you all reconvene in the guest room as Palm is finishing the copy for Tilly.
Yes.
Robin, did you find anything?
Oh yes, I found plenty.
Ooh.
So, do you think we have a chance against it?
Maybe we have to prepare more before that.
Right. Oh, I don't know about you all, but I'm getting quite tired. I think I might turn in for the night.
Well,
Yeah,
about that, you haven't done your sparring practice yet, young prince.
Oh.
Oh,
Yes, one must be disciplined.
yeah, I'm fine with doing some more of that.
It doesn't have to be like right now. It doesn't have to be like what's the word? In a session or anything. It could be off screen, but yeah.
Yeah, you do a bit of sparring with them before you all turn in for the night. Does anyone do anything in particular before bed, other than Gunther sparring with Yorick, of course?
I think it's definitely time to have a luxurious bath. I'd use the soap.
Yes,
Yeah, Robin as well.
Yeah, so you go to the bathroom. The bath is very nice, perfect temperature. You don't have to really fiddle around with it to get it how you want. And you notice that with the various like rune controls on the wall, you have options to add bubbles and this kind of magical cleanser. It's all very nice.
Wow, this is so cool.
Yeah, you get nice and clean.
And probably, can you imagine if a tabaxi had a bath, what the bath would look like afterwards with a ring?
So much hair.
If you think humans leave behind skin, imagine if, yeah. Anyway, I suppose that Palm would definitely not leave that behind. She would probably just like give it a good wipe, as she was taught by her family to be polite to other bath users and the cleaning staff. So
you
yeah,
get out of the bath and go to do that, and it looks perfectly clean.
whoa. What? She rubs the bath to see if it's really clean.
Yeah, not a speck of dirt.
She makes a mental note to find the person who made this. Robin put a picture in Discord. Palm's like this. This is like her bucket list item. She wants to get her family a bathroom like this.
I want a
So
bathroom
she
like
wants
that.
I know. Same. Someone in Twitch chat was saying it would be a great if you had like an item that created like a pocket dimension.
Oh yeah.
And you could just have a bathroom like this wherever you go. I think that should be a magical item in game somewhere.
That would be a pretty dope item.
It's more for narrative than anything else, but it would be cool.
Who knows?
So yeah, I mean, I think she just has like a heck of a great time just relaxing in the bath and sniffing the soaps and sniffing the lotions and enjoying the cleanliness.
Yeah,
Very
it is
relaxing
very
time.
nice, very relaxing.
Excellent.
Yeah. Anyone else do anything before they head to bed?
Barney would be writing that letter to his mom and sitting through that illustration. And yeah, I think he might actually also want to include some money to send home. And I think he'll ask the crow to deliver it.
And yeah, the crow he'll take everything you have. Okay, will do.
Yeah, and I'll just make sure that that I don't know how fast you'll be, but I'll make sure that Pomegranate's not too worried about you. Yeah.
Yeah. I fly
Oh.
fast.
TK, the crow robs Barney.
That's a good point, actually.
That's hilarious. Imagine this crow just came along to just thug out on us. Just
Pulls
take
out
all
a
our
gun.
stuff.
It's like a switchblade.
There's a perfect image for that, but I'll put it in general.
Yes, he'll deliver everything you give him.
We can get him a fork as a thank you for that.
You get the feeling that he would like that a lot.
Yeah, like give him a shiny.
Oh, that is a good image.
Incredible.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. Anyone else do anything before they head to bed?
Robin took a bath as well, and that's it.
Alright, and yeah, you two experience the very luxurious and lavish bath. It is very nice. Get you nice and clean.
I think Bonnie would have obviously I think he would have cleaned up like after he sent his letter.
You all get cleaned up and settled down, and you all get yourself a very good night's rest. Sleeping in the guest room, these beds are very, very comfortable, very soft and plush beds. You kind of sink into them a little bit. So very warm, plenty of layers of blankets.
Sounds amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you all get yourselves a long rest.
Excellent.
Hey,
Nice. Thanks.
And you all awaken the next morning, and there's a light tap at the door.
Who is it?
It's me. It's Octavian.
Good morning.
Uh,
Sorry. I chucked my mic over. I'm so sorry for the yell and for the thump.
oh, I didn't even hear it.
Okay, no, it was kind of loud in this. Yeah, never mind. Sorry. Please proceed. Pretend that didn't happen.
But yes, Octavian, he kind of peers in. Good morning.
morning. How are you?
Doing well. You all ready to set off soon?
We are. I just need to speak to the master of housekeeping about some cutlery.
Oh, all right.
Bonnie looks around to see if the crow has returned already.
He has.
That was quick.
He flew very fast. He did say, "I fly fast." You sense that he was not bluffing.
Nice.
In that case, let's get him his fork.
Yeah, he is. He is perched on the perch that Targray brought by. So, is that who you're looking for? You go look for Targray.
I mean, whoever can give me permission to take a fork, I guess.
So you step out into the hall, and you would probably run into Odai. Good morning. Did you sleep all right?
Slept like a stone, which is really well. I'm sorry, I shouldn't use that metaphor considering everything that's going on right now. I slept very well, yes, thank you. But I also need to know who should I speak to about procuring one of your fine forks from dinner last night. I know it's a strange request, but it's for our crow friend. We are sort of paying him. I'm not sure if we're friends or if he's hired, but I like to get him things that he likes.
Yeah, let's say it's a mutual agreement.
Oh, we have plenty of silverware. I could give you one. It wouldn't be any trouble.
I don't. Yes, I mean, I could pay for a replacement. He really likes the forks.
Here, I'll be right back. And he goes downstairs and comes back a moment later, and he has a fork. Here you are.
Thank you. What do I owe you?
Oh, nothing at all. We have.
Are
Plenty.
you sure?
Yes, it's quite all right.
Wow, thank you. This is great. Thanks. And she scuttles off to present it to Crow.
He's just sitting on his perch, and you come in and bring it up to him.
Can I ask Barney to ask the crow to pick a hand?
Yes.
And Barney, you translate, and the crow kind of tilts his head, and lightly with his beak, he'll tap on the left hand.
It was in her right hand, but she'll just quickly swap hands and give it to him anyway.
Shiny. Thank you.
Does he like it, Barney?
He'll take it in his beak.
Yes, he does. Bonnie will ask the crow, like, say, how's Mum look? She all right?
Good, yes.
Oh, that's great. I was, a bit worried that I've been away for so long. She must have been worried.
And Crow, he sits down a little rolled up piece of parchment in front of you, Barney.
Oh. Is this from Mum?
The crow nods.
I assume his mother can also speak to animals. I feel like that's like a thing that they both can do.
Indeed.
And Barney picks it up and he reads it.
So yeah, it is addressed from your mother. She says, "Hope you're doing well, sweetie, Mom."
Like, aw, she's okay.
To hear.
I'll make sure to write to her again, like more frequently.
All right. Is everyone ready to set off?
I would say so. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
right. And he'll begin to lead you all downstairs. And Targray's downstairs, waiting for you.
Well, you all heading off?
We are.
Yes, we still have, the situation in Tolakas to attend to, so best we act swiftly on that.
Right. Well, best of luck, and you're always welcome here.
Thank you so much, and also thank you for everything, really.
Of course.
Yeah.
Thanks for helping save my courtroom. And again,
Of
it's
course.
good to meet more family.
Yeah. I'll be sure to mention it to Mum next time.
And running into the room, Tilly runs in. I wanted to catch you all before you left. I just wanted to say goodbye, and it was nice meeting you all.
Likewise.
Oh, sure, yes.
Oh, and come back and see me again sometime, cousin.
Yes. I'll be sure to visit as often as I can.
She smiles. All right. Yes, thank you again, Targray. Glad we could help.
All right. Well, travel safe.
Thanks. Be safe as well.
I'll try my best.
Yeah, David will lead you all outside, and awaiting you in the courtyard. Very hard to miss you, see Heslan.
Good morning.
Hey,
You all
morning.
ready to fly?
As ready as I ever could be.
Yep.
Very well. Then climb on.
We'll do that.
Yeah, he'll lower himself down and let you all climb on. And you all set off for the Bloodmire. Flight goes pretty quickly, as it did the first time you all set off. And after not too long, you can see that down below are the sprawling swamplands of the Bloodmire. And Heslan comes in for a landing near a very large tree. And lets you all down.
Mind your step. Lots of mud. Well, it's all kind of mud.
Yes.
Yes, very muddy indeed, but we shall persevere.
Something tells me that Two Candles is not too opposed to this idea.
He is just inner lane flourishing.
Unbothered.
Moisturized by mud.
Absolutely.
Well, Candle, shall we see if we can find some interesting plants?
Oh yes, there's plenty to find here.
Excellent.
So, as you all kind of gather your bearings here, getting off from the flight, Robin, your patron speaks to you.
Oh.
I believe that Octavian fellow would be a quick route to curing you.
Really?
Indeed.
He does have, well, the friendship of a god, and I'm sure more powerful friends as well.
I see. Do you think we should speak to him? Wait, no, we'll. Do you think we should go back and talk to him?
I think it would be a good idea.
Yeah, true. Also, Tilly can make work.
Octavian, he gets off as well, and he's looking around, making sure everyone's situated. Here we are. There's Neve's abode. You'll find her there. I would say to make your presence known. She is blind.
Noted.
Well, anything else before I head off?
I think that is it. Thank you so much for all your help these past couple days.
Mm.
Of course. And best of luck. I'm sure Meave will be able to help you all.
Octavian, wait.
Yes.
Would you mind if I go back with you?
You'd like to come back with me?
Yes. You see, I have a condition, a medical condition. I don't know how to explain it, but I used to have symptoms of it, but then they stop, and now they are coming back.
I see.
The reason why I moved is because my parents left to find a cure, but I haven't heard from them in years.
In years. I see. I may have someone back at my tower that could help you. He's a very
Yes.
close friend of mine. A fellow named Gaius. If you want, I could bring you back to him.
Yes, I think it's a great opportunity for me.
So, you think we'll see each other again?
I'm pretty sure we are going to cross paths again.
So, does this mean goodbye?
I'd like to think it's a farewell for now.
Well,
You're part of the tapestry. I'm very sure we will meet again.
Yeah. And, it was great meeting you. And I'm sure we'll see each other down the line.
It was an honor traveling with all of you.
Pom will go and give Robin a hug.
Yorick will as well.
and so does Barney.
We'll try to get all you into a hug.
Group hug.
Wells is gonna join in awkwardly, but join in.
Reluctantly
Well,
tearing herself away from some cool plant.
You all get a nice group hug.
Well, best of luck, Robin.
Thank you, Yorick. We'll see you around.
Yeah.
Be safe.
You too.
Alright.
Safe travels.
Then, Robin, you'll be in good hands. Gaius is a skilled sorcerer and very, very fun man to be around. And I'm sure he'll be able
Enjoy
to
the
help you.
bathroom.
Off we go then, I suppose. And as for the rest of you, I'm sure we'll meet again as well.
I'm confident we will.
I'm always up there, and sometimes other places.
How do we reach you? Do we pray?
Oh, I could give you something to reach me easily.
Oh, what's that?
Well, don't think too hard about it.
And he sticks out his tongue, and a drop of his saliva drips down onto his claw, and it hardens into a sphere. It's essentially a glassy orb.
Thank you very much for telling me not to think too hard about it, because I'm doing so right now, and I prefer to not think hard about it. Thank you.
You can use
I'll
that to
take
contact
the
me.
orb.
What was that, Optics?
I was just gonna say I'll get the orb.
Okay. Are you gonna hang on to that?
Sure.
Okay. Thank you very much for all your help. We are very grateful.
Of course.
Octavian will look over at Robin. All right, are you ready?
Ready when you are.
All right, and he'll help you onto Hesland's back.
Farewell, all. See you again soon.
Farewell.
Until we meet again.
And you all watch as Robin, Octavian, and Hesland set off. And having made it to Meave's shack, I'd say that that's a good time to call today's session.
Excellent.
It was really fun playing with you, Lizard. We're gonna miss you.
Yes.
I mean, I'm going to have like one Saturday off a month. So
Okay.
if the stars align and it's planned, of course, I could play again.
Okay,
Yeah, for
we
sure.
look forward to that then.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That'll absolutely, yeah.
Been really nice playing with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really nice playing with all of you.
Yeah, it has truly been great. Yeah. I hope you guys had fun.
Yes,
Yeah,
this
for
is
sure.
great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks
Sorry
for
for
the
being
session.
weird about the bathroom. I
No,
just
not
it's
at all.
just
There's
such a
nothing
great
wrong with
concept.
curiosity. It
Honestly,
seemed
that's
very
like
on
an
brand
ideal.
for Palm.
It is.
Yes.
I mean, that's the ideal bathroom though. Like,
It really
just
is.
have it all to yourself.
Self-cleaning too. Sign me up.
Yeah. Thank you all for playing. And special thank you to all the gift subs and just really anyone tuning in today. It has definitely been a great birthday for me, so thank you all. It's been lovely.
Yeah.
I hope you get something really tasty to eat
Yeah, that is
and that you
that's my
enjoy
next step.
the rest of your day. Great.
Yes,
Thank you so much for DMing.
Of course.
Yeah,
Also.
thank you.
And again, you are welcome anytime. Anytime we have a one shot or down the line when you can join in, you are always welcome back.
Thank you.
Of course. Yeah, chat, we are going to get out of here. I will see you all again perhaps Friday if we do end up streaming the one shot. If not, we'll next be back the following Friday and then more Varaxes that following Saturday.
Fantastic.
All right, take care,
Have a good-
chat.
Bye.
Cheers.
Farewell.
Bye.